Recorded Books presents Assassin's Creed, The Resurrection Plot by Kate Heartfield, narrated by Maura Quirk. Chapter 1. Pierrette Arnaud sat on the edge of a 4-story roof and pulled her cloak tightly around her, so the blue ball gown beneath wouldn't draw attention. Beside her, Safia El-Nadi was dressed in her usual dark shawl that fell in a peak over the forehead, a thin gold cylinder between her eyes, holding the black crocheted veil that hit at her waist. Much less conspicuous, at least in this part of Cairo. The women were two small additions to a skyscape of square roofs and twisting domes, lattice windows and fluted columns, stonework and plaster. Their feet dangled from the roof of a gable, a good vantage point. Safia had kept company with Pierrette on the walk from the house they shared near one of the old city gates. From the beginning, Pierrette felt they were being followed. She trusted her instincts, but if there was someone following, she couldn't see them. Perhaps she had reached the moment in her life as an assassin when ghosts would dog her steps. It would only be fair. She had created enough of them. Nonetheless, she had signalled to Safia to change course, so they'd come to the street where Safia's husband, Gamal Sabri, was selling books today. It was a street they knew well, and they'd both climbed lightly up onto the roofs in a narrow alley. In the coffee shop opposite their rooftop, a half-dozen men smoked long pipes under an awning and chatted with Gamal, who had spread the books from his cart onto a carpeted table. Gamal liked to say that bookselling was merely an excellent way for an assassin to monitor the streets of Cairo, but he couldn't hide his passion for the job. Gamal caught the women's eyes, his turban tilting slightly as he looked up. The street was busy, with water carriers and vendors calling out, and women passing through on donkeys, servants at their side. Gamal took an English copy of Darwin's On the Origin of Species off his table to show it to a customer. Pierrette recognized it from the golden triangles on the green spine. She'd perused the books on Gamal's cart many times. "I see no followers," Safia said. The shadows were long. The sun was beginning to set. She had to be at the opera house soon. Still, something kept her where she was. "Do you want to go over the plan again?" Safia asked patiently. "You seem nervous." Pierrette was 37 years old, a skilled assassin and a veteran circus performer. She did not think of herself as a person who got nervous. The reason she'd come to Egypt in the first place was that she'd been frustrated by the unwillingness of the British assassins to take risks. She was here to fight. She was grateful to have a task she believed in. Nonetheless, she couldn't deny her unease. Safia seemed to sense it too. She had spoken in French, although she usually spoke in Arabic to help Pierrette practice. "I suppose I am. It's been a long time since I've been in fine company," Pierrette said, tucking a silk bow beneath her cloak. Truth be told, she was looking forward to the chance to wear a beautiful new dress. "And I've never met the Khedive." She was looking forward to that, too. Khedive Ismail Pasha, Viceroy of Egypt, technically answered to the Ottoman Sultan, but he had ambitions of his own. Not only was he intent on rebuilding half of Cairo, but he had covered Egypt in railway lines and presided over the 10-year construction of the Suez Canal. Tonight, weeks of celebrations would begin as the canal was nearly ready to open. The Khedive would entertain his guests, including heads of state at a reception and opera, and Pierrette would be among them. "He will be dazzled."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.